Uganda is among the countries that still have a high maternal mortality rate in Africa, with 16 women dying every day due to pregnancy and childbirth-related causes. It has been proved that some of these women die not because of infections or due to lack of health workers, but because there's inadequate electricity supply at health centers during service delivery. AMREF Uganda, in partnership with the Ministry of Health, White Ribbon Alliance for Safe Motherhood Uganda, and We Care Solar, signed an agreement to implement a 3-year project saving lives at birth in order to improve maternal and newborn health in Uganda.
So this SLAB project is in alignment to AMREF Strategic Direction 1, which is focusing in improving maternal health. With this project, we aim to reach a total of 200 health facilities, public health facilities, who's going to benefit in getting solar suitcase. By doing so, AMREF believes that we will have increased access to maternal and child health, particularly increased access to service deliveries. This project is also aimed in doing provision of capacity building to the MOH, especially in introducing electronic HMIS, which is going to improve the data capturing and reporting system. We also hope to provide trainings to key facility-based providers, particularly midwives, and to build their capacities. The project also aims in strengthening community to facility referral, which is key in increasing service uptake.
The aim of this project is to improve the medical capacity of 200 health centers for better health service delivery, to increase access for service delivery in order to save lives in districts of Kanungu, Rukunjiri, Kabale, and Kisolo in southwestern Uganda. Right now, here in Kabale at Naigara Health Center 2, the technical team from We Care Solar is fixing solar panels at the health center rooftop. These panels have wires connecting to the solar suitcase that is installed inside the health center. Solar panels are fixed on either sides of the rooftop to allow them tap lights from 2 directions. One panel taps sunlight from the direction of the sun in the morning, whereas the other panel taps sunlight from the direction of the sun in the evening. After drilling inside the health center, the main control board is fixed inside the solar suitcase, then the place is wired up.
So today what we're doing is installing the inside portion of the solar suitcase, which includes primarily the yellow case with the main control board on it. And the main control board has got the various switches, breakers, plugs, electronics, all the wiring that takes the solar energy from the panels which are on the roof and regulates it and controls the charging of the battery as well as the loads that people use.
The main control board regulates power tapped from the solar panels. Wires are then connected to transform the power into the other rooms.
What we do is on a system where we've got more solar, we need to have more batteries to absorb
The technician explaining to Kabale District Health Officer about the solar system, how it works and how it is operated.
Yeah, so there won't be a battery in this position. There will be the two on the ground, but they're not dramatically larger than this, but they're too heavy to hang on the wall.
The control board is tested thoroughly using a meter to ensure that the solar is producing power and at the right voltage. After installation of the solar suitcase, Niha, a WeCare solar ambassador, explains to health workers the importances of solar suitcases.
We are here in this clinic, one to install the technology which we feel can have such tremendous impact on maternal health care, especially when it comes to lack of light. We have spoken to midwives who have told us they do births under the light of a cell phone. You know how little light that is, and under light of a kerosene lamp. And you can imagine a midwife who's trying to deliver a baby, trying to bring a new life to this world. She's trying to hold phone for light in one hand, and she's trying to do a surgery at the same time, which is simply not advisable. It's not healthy, it's not safe. So how can you do a surgery when you cannot see? And I would like to know what you are using and how is your power situation.
We've been using a Hilcan lamp, and where we had been feeling, we have been referring them to the hospital. Just have 9,000 for kerosene, but that 9,000 is not catered for maternity. It is catered to use it in the medical waste. So we have been improvising.
So you have never seen or used the solar product?
Okay. We see the solars. Fine, we see them. But we do. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let me tell you. So what solar power does is this stores power, and which power we can later use. Just like if I'm storing water in a bucket, I can keep it aside. Later I can open the tap even after rain is gone and I can use it. So that's how solar power works in the similar way. So we convert sunlight into electricity that you can use for light, the mobile phone charging.
Health staff being trained on how to use and maintain the solar suitcase to improve service delivery during pregnancy, at birth, and other related health services.
So what we are trying to do here is a solar suitcase essentially provides much needed light and other electricity to the healthcare clinics. So what we are doing here, and what I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to contribute to, is to train the health center staff on how to use and maintain the solar suitcase well, so they can really get the most out of it, and so that more and more people can come to the health centers, and so that light can become a center point both for healthy deliveries and for other extended healthcare benefits in the community.
Among them is providing light during surgery, cell phone charging for emergency communication by midwives and health workers, battery charging system for use in headlamps and in the fetoscope. She also explains how the headlamps and the fetoscope work. The electronic fetoscope helps midwives get the fetal heart of the baby inside the mother's womb.
They help us very much because for that electronic fetoscope, It helps us when we fail to get the fetal heart of the baby inside the mother. That is what we use. We use that electronic fetoscope. For it cannot fail.
And so we are grateful that we are getting better lighting, this solar power that is being installed, and we hope that it will be an attraction for the people in this community to come and use this facility for delivering. We hope and believe that availability of light in a facility like this will increase the number of deliveries that are happening in this parish and the neighboring parishes.
Mothers have been suffering a lot before the installation of the solar system in the area. Kubenako Monica is one of the mothers who suffered before the solar system was introduced.
Manya gange nze kubonako Monica.
She is a resident of Champisi and she delivered her first baby from the health center before the solar system was introduced.
When I reached here, I found when there was no any source of light except the lamp. We were using the lamp for delivering the mothers.
At my first baby, my neighbor rushed me to the health center because my husband was not around. The midwives asked me for paraffin, but I did not have money. My neighbor had to rush back for 500, which she brought, and then I was able to deliver.
By the time the attendant of the patient goes to bring the paraffin, the patient is about to deliver. Sometimes she could deliver when the lamp is not yet lightened. And you deliver using the torch, which is very difficult.
At my second baby, I was rushed to the health center and the midwife was called to attend to me. When she came, she just switched on the light and she told me to get on the delivery bed. And then the delivery was successful. Zawede Goretti is another mother from Champisi. She's a mother of 2 and she has had both her deliveries at Champisi Health Center.
Amanya gange Zawede Goretti nazalira Champisi omwana yasoka n'owokubiri.
At her first baby, she did not have to buy fuel as she had her delivery during the day. On delivering her second baby, it was around 3 a.m. when she was brought at the health center. The midwife used solar power to check on her condition. Her delivery was successful. And she was so happy this time because unlike before when they used to use lamps, this time they were only using the solar power. They only used the lamps after delivery to keep the rooms lit. I appeal to the government to increase supplies in health centers because the lives of its people start from health centers. How do we expect them to operate with little supplies or no supplies? Many mothers can die because of little light in the health centers, and the blame is always put on midwives. Yet, it's the government to improve the health systems.
I'm sorry for other midwives who have no solar suitcases, who use the lamps. because we midwives, we suffer so much, even we lose our sight because of these lamps. So I wish to appeal to the government that if it is possible, let them provide other health centers with this solar suitcase, because they help us so much.